How's it going, everyone? I wanted to do a 16-year review of my 2001 Toyota Tacoma. I bought this in 2008. A lot of people do like 1-year reviews. Let's do a 16-year review on this truck. This is actually my second truck I've ever owned. My first one was a Chevy S10. I think it was a 1996. Not a four-wheel drive, so this is my first four-wheel drive truck. Let's just inspect it. I'm excited. Inspect it. Everything's good. Lower ball joints, they checked that in our state. Everything's good. Let's just talk about what I like about this vehicle. I'll just talk about everything basically. But yeah, the fog lights everything's pretty much OEM besides the bumper here, the rear bumper, and those are rusted out. They were chrome before. And I think the side lights I put in new, but they leak a little bit. You'll see water, dampness and stuff. But I usually buff this out. This lasted about, a few months after I buffed it out with the Maguire. So that's pretty good. I wash it constantly. I'm very, very meticulous with my vehicles. And I wash this at least once a month, probably bi-weekly. Especially during the winter, I have unlimited car washes and waxes. So that's one thing I do. This is fading a little bit. You can see the clear coat's kind of gone here. So I just put a sticker. At first it was just here, and then the clear coat kind of went around it. These tires are awesome. The Yokohama Geolander ATS. I've had it since I think 2014 or 2015. I don't drive too much. So that's something to note. I use the Maguire tire shine too. One thing is the steering rack and pinion. That was my biggest expense, I think. I have a mom and pop shop and they charged me about, I think, $950 to replace it. But it still looks good. A little bit of surface rust here and there, but I live in New England. I am probably gonna fluid film this with the black fluid film. People love that stuff, so we'll see. But the frame's still okay. I POR 15 this back in 2015 and it's still solid. I had the frame replaced. That was a big thing in 2010 too. And frame looks okay, right here. The tailgate started giving me issues. It's not the fancy tailgate, but this is a 6-foot bed, which is nice. You can fit a lot of things in here. Shut it. This I had an issue with as well. The spare tire fell off completely. You got, the spare tire completely fell off one day when I was driving on the highway, so that's a thing. This is my second or third rear bumper, so that's something to note. I have to replace them a lot just because of the rust in New England. Four-wheel drive, I've had no issues. I watched a video recently saying you should engage it like at least once a month, so I started doing that. I didn't engage it for like 6 years, and now I engaged it, and it's fine. The muffler I replaced. Well, I had the small, mechanic replace it every like 3 or 4 years because I drove it so little. I drove it probably, probably like 3 miles a day. So not much. Suspension and everything, I've never replaced. Still has original OEM parts on that. There's the door. What's incredible is I kept the sticker from the original owner's manual. I have the receipt too from when I bought it in 2008. It was from a local place. He actually got it from a place down south. But this says it gets 19 miles per gallon or 21 in highway. And I usually get like 18. So it's not the best. My 2023 is better. This is original price was $20,497 on it. I keep everything of my vehicles. And then you have You know, this booklet that came with, it has everything the dealer originally came with. It's even got the small manual, which is pretty cool. And then a lot of people neglect this door jambs. That's why they rust out a lot. I'm very meticulous, like I said. These are not the original, you know, what's it called? Floor mats. I just bought them cheap. I'll show you over there, but I found it on the highway, Toyota floor mats. The cubby's very small. I don't even think this has a, you know, a filter in there. My mechanic said it does not, but this is very, very tiny in the back. You can see the jack right here. And I think I changed the tire once, maybe. But it comes with a full-size tire, which is nice. And then you have this old school rear slider window. I love that. I used to put like 2x4s going through it. This I covered since I bought it in 2008. That's why it looks brand new underneath. This is kind of a pain in the ass with the, you know, the manual windows. That's one thing. Nothing fancy about this truck at all. That's why a lot of people love it, I think. It's a 2.7 liter, four cylinder. I'll show you inside. See, this I found on the highway, TACOMA. Very, very cool. It has this right here where you can, you know, let's take a look real quick. Let's see if I can do that. This just latches right there. A little bit of rust here. I don't really detail, you know, this at all. This, I upgraded the battery. Optima, red Optima, not as good as it usually is. But here's the fuses. I never played with that. The brakes, I actually brought it up to max, a little past, because it was low. So that's something to note. Steering reservoir. This looks like someone leaked all over it. It's nothing. The oil's fine. I just changed it. I change the oil every like 4,000 miles. And this actually went. It was cracking the plastic on the windshield wiper fluid. I changed that, and it seems like it's holding pretty well. But I used, you know, the what's that called? It's like a Bondo kind of agent. But yeah. And I'll crank it up and show you guys how it sounds. This was, let's see if, this is weird because it says P267, oh, 265/70 R16, that's what mine is. And it says the tire pressure should be 26 PSI. That's really, really low. I never run it that low. And I thought this was made in Japan. Nope. This says it's made in California. So I didn't get the Japan. This is a little bit rusty right here, but nothing, no big issues. The floor mat was cool to find on the highway. I love that. Very, very cool. I did fix the air conditioner. That was going. We'll crank it up just to have you guys see what it sounds like. Oh, I got offered $12,000 cash for this vehicle, and back in 2008 I paid $11,800. So it's kind of crazy with COVID. But I was looking at the car, you know, the cars online, and they go for, you know, a Honda Civic or a Toyota Camry for like 10 or 12 grand, and they have over 100,000 miles. So is it worth it? I don't know. You know, with COVID and everything, prices are so insane. Turn off the radio. You can see, check engine light. I had it on because the catalytic converter was messed up. That was, I think it's like a 4220 code. I never go empty, full empty. I've always gone like a quarter, especially in the winter. I go a half a tank. Air conditioner works really, really well once they fixed it. This, you know, the check or brake, emergency brake, has been giving me issues, especially in the winter. It sticks. You can see that, but it's got this clicking mechanism. So when you go like that, if you hit bumps, it clicks, but right now it's not, and it's cold. That's an issue with Toyota. The old school ones. This is the first gen Tacoma. Has their lights. I never had issues. This is kind of cool. You can turn off the airbags if you want to. Like I said, the AC stays really, really cool in here. This box is pretty cool. Very simple. It doesn't move like the 4th gen does. And then I have like just a phone, you know, a phone holder here. The 4-wheel drive I really, really like. To engage it, all you have to do is shift it, and eventually it'll show 4-wheel drive. It works really, really well. During the winter, I use that. I've never put it in L4, but you have to put it in neutral and then L4. Never done that since I've owned this vehicle. You got 2, you know, phone chargers here if you want chargers. Cigarette ashtray right here. I've never smoked. Cigarette lighter here. This is the OEM, you know, cassette player. Here's the clock. Never had issues. Mechanically, I've never had issues on this vehicle. It's just because it's so easy and so simple. But yeah, I think the sticker is freaking awesome to have, since I owned it, you know. And my Chevy, you know, the Chevy S10 didn't last that long. It lasted me, I started driving in 2006, so 2 years. And this I had, what did I say, 16 years, which is insane for a used vehicle. When I first got it, it had 33,000 miles. I paid, how much did I pay? I paid $11,800 cash. I brought it in and he took it. But the frame was fucked up, and Toyota, you know, put a brand new frame on it. But today I have 107,227 miles. A lot of people that own Toyotas would say that's nothing. 107,000 miles, it's a baby, which I think so too. But I was debating on, I mean, I paid $11,800 with 33,000 miles, and 16 years later I could get, you know, what did I say, $12,000 cash, and this has 107,000 miles. That's pretty incredible. So I was averaging about, I think it was like 4,600 miles per year, which is not much. But yeah, it's kind of a hard decision to make. I mean, if I was strapped for cash, I would probably do it, but I'm not. And I like, you know, instead of buttons, I like the 4-wheel drive where you just engage. I think that's freaking awesome. The stereo works good. Stereos I never had issue with. This kind of, you know, faded, just kind of old school. And then you got this kind of faded too. You got the what is this, overdrive if you wanted to on this clicking, and it comes up overdrive. Everything works. It's very, very simple vehicle. This, I just keep my Leatherman in there. And then you have another cubby, which is cool. That's my like CD player. But I think that's awesome, to have 2 instead of the, you know, the 2023 vehicle where it just has one deep pocket one. Very, very simple vehicle. This is probably going to be my favorite vehicle I've ever owned. That's why I don't want to really sell it. It'd be my hugest regret in life to sell this vehicle, I would think. And it works, you know, very well. Especially like if my fiance has to drive her RAV4 to a dealer, if something breaks, God forbid, shocks or something, she can borrow this. Very reliable. I've never had issues, you know, starting it, besides, you know, putting a new battery in it. Windshield wipers, I put a new windshield wiper, the Bosch, Really like those. But yeah, this thing is awesome vehicle. You can see it's pretty mint, especially for New England. Living in New England, I had a battle with rust before, and it happens. But I've never had a tonneau cover. It looks a little unlevel, but maybe it's my driveway. A lot of people say, the 01 first gen Tacomas have that lean, but I'm not gonna complain. I do like to have it in the tonneau cover, especially on my third gen Tacoma. But yeah, every year it's passed inspection, thankfully. These are probably one of the best windshield wipers I've had. Sounds like a kitten, it's purring like a kitten, and I'm probably just gonna keep it. I think it's an awesome truck, especially since I have the the other Tacoma, the third gen 2023 Tacoma TRD Pro. Let's just do a walk around. Fender flares I never replaced. That's another thing. These kind of pop off during the the wash. When I go through the car wash, they pop out and it just kind of clicks. You could probably glue it in. That's one thing. Same with the front. You can see it kind of, it's like a seal, but not a big deal. The front looks good. I do like this truck. I think it's one of the greatest trucks. I call it my mule, my 01 Tacoma mule. They're very hard to find, especially with low miles like this. I could probably even get more than they're asking, I would think. I was asking 13 grand for it, but I don't think I'm gonna sell it. Just such a nice, it's a timeless looking truck. I just love it. Well, let me know your thoughts. If you had a truck, like a backup truck like me, would you keep it or would you sell it and take the cash and run? Let me know in the comments below. I did put an air filter in it from Toyota OEM. I did do a tune-up at 100,000 miles as well. My small engine, my small mechanic, he's great. He does it cheap. I think he only charged like $100. Charged me $100 to do the AC recharge too. That was my first time. The AC didn't work, and yeah. So I'll probably do fluid film in the winter, like I said. And like I said before, I do the limited car wash during the winter, the undercarriage. But I think the fluid film will work better. A lot of people swear by it. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. A thumbs up's much appreciative. I don't do this for money anymore, just for you guys and my enjoyment. Thanks, and hope you subscribe. Take care.